Hi, I'm Natalie and welcome back. Today, I'm joined by Dan, the husband. I've asked him to join me today because I've been getting a lot of questions about how we handled jealousy and what that was like. Now, everyone can read what it was like for me. I have a blog, I have a book, I have a YouTube channel, I have all my platforms. But Dan doesn't really say anything. He's always really preferred his privacy. So I talk about my side, he kind of just lays low and away he goes. So he's been kind enough to join me here and answer some questions that were dished out to me on Twitter. I get a lot of questions on Twitter because it's by far and large my biggest platform with like 30-some thousand people. So I asked them, what would you ask Dan if you had the chance? And pretty much everything that rolled in all circled around jealousy. So as they started to come in, we just, collected a few and we decided to answer them together. So, Dan.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right. So the first question that we should clear up is, what is opening the marriage mostly about? Is it fun and exciting experiences, just not monogamous? If you had to bottom line it, what is the purpose of your open marriage?
Yeah, probably just having new experiences and just having as much fun as I can in the limited time I have being here.
Right. Okay. But I like having new experiences and meeting new people, and we both know that I failed in monogamy before. So for me, opening the marriage was about giving myself the freedom to have experiences with other people, but also acknowledging the fact that I'm just not monogamous. It's not something I subscribe to anymore, and it's not something that I thrive in. So what about you, boo?
Yeah, probably the same thing. You know what? I've never been monogamous before I met you either, so.
Fair enough. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Me neither, but mine wasn't ethically.
Yeah. Well.
Mine was not ethically. I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah, before I met you, my longest relationship was 3 months, so.
The whole 3 months?
The whole 3 months.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So as we keep going, here's one. It says, it seems you have sex outside of the marriage more than he does. Is he less sexual? Does he manage the jealousy or just not feel it? I want to clear something up. Just like I just said, we don't actually have a glimpse into Dan's sex life. Me neither, because we don't discuss it. So not only do you not know, I have no clue. So it's easy to assume that I'm out having way more sex than him, but we're just assuming it. I can tell you there's times he's come home missing clothes. There's times I've interrupted in Europe. He's not at home a kept husband. He's out doing his own thing, but we don't discuss details. We don't discuss partners, and we don't check in like that. It's not necessary. So I don't know if I have more sex than him or not. And that's actually quite funny to me. Do you want to guess?
Well, we do live in different worlds. So.
I mean, that's fair. Okay, so here we go. Do you discuss what happens in your single sides? No.
No.
Almost never. It's not something that...
Not details anyways.
No. Like, I've known little things about your partners.
We'll talk about people.
Sure.
Yeah.
But not what we do with them.
No.
I don't...
No.
No, I feel like that would be a breach of trust with them, but it's also something that is not something we've ever engaged in. It's not something that
Well, it's more too if it gets, more, if it's somebody who's more serious or it's more of something ongoing with somebody, then you kind of talk about them or kind of mention that person that we're seeing. But yeah, if it's just short-lived flings and stuff.
But But we don't discuss details.
Never.
Never. We do not discuss details.
No.
And it's
There's no
not,
reason for that.
it's not a jealousy thing. Like, I know what sex looks like and I know he's having sex. I don't need details. And it's not a jealousy thing. It's that it doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah.
That's his single side. He's allowed that privacy. She's allowed that privacy. It doesn't really add anything to me. It doesn't take away anything from us. So we've just been like, we just don't need it. So we just have never done it. And that way we still have that trust with our other partners. I will say though, after going through a lot of Reddit and reading a lot on how other people run their open marriages and all the labels and different things they do, we're quite different even in the open marriage game, in the sense that we have separate individual single lives that really never cross paths. Like, we've never shared partners. We don't meet each other's partners. We don't do those things. So even in that, like, we have a completely separate single life. Oh, here's a good one. How do you maintain safeguards against catching feelings that could jeopardize your bond?
It just kind of happens naturally for me.
My husband's an introvert. I'm pretty sure I'm the only person he's ever had strong feelings towards.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I can confirm that.
Okay. I personally have strong feelings towards pretty much everyone. I love people. I don't safeguard my feelings, and that's the truth. But I also don't act on them. So whereas Dan will have, what do you think? Short encounters?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. Right? Okay. Like more of like a friends with benefits maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, just even random people I meet when I'm out sitting at a bar. I'm happy with that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I have relationships. Like in New York, I spent, each time that I went, each month, was with the same person for like 3 years. So yeah, I did develop feelings. Of course I did. How can I not? But also, when I decided to have these experiences, I love big emotion. So for me, it made sense to just go all in and deal with it as it was coming and going, since that was my comfort zone.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, for me to act like, develop friendship with people.
Sure.
But not, if they walk out of my life whenever they choose to, then I'm fine with that. And I was totally okay with moving on from that.
Do you remember any part in our marriage where you felt any form of like extreme jealousy, like that stereotypical jealousy?
No.
I don't either.
No.
I don't either. But I remember having a conversation with somebody. Dan's a musician and he plays around town. And someone asked me flat out, they said, well, what would you do if somebody showed up to one of his concerts? And that didn't hit me the way that I had hoped it would. I really thought I'd be like, so what? He's in a band, he plays around town. When actually, I was not okay with that. I had to really think about it for a minute and be like, I feel like that's a boundary I'm not comfortable with. But after I thought about it for a bit and really like sat down with it, I mean, really, it doesn't really matter if she went to the show. It doesn't even matter how she behaves at the show. It matters how he does. So to me, once I was able to see where my insecurities lie and change that, the internal narrative, it became much easier for me. But I will say this. I always had a level of comfort with Dan that I've never had with any other man in my entire existence on this planet. I felt immediately calm, safe, trusted, and loyal from the get-go. So when we get questions of, would you be jealous if you met the person your spouse is dating? No, because my spouse has never made me feel like somebody else can just take him away. I mean, I could lose him. I could break the bond. I can stop nurturing it so he doesn't want to be here. But no one can just take him. That's not how it works. As long as I'm holding on to my part of the commitment, I have no reason to believe he's not either. And I also have no reason to be jealous of women that he's dating. I trust that he's dating people who are, have high integrity and good morals, if you know them that long.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I'm not jealous of the people he's dating, although I will say this. There were times where I did have tings of jealousy, but it was only because I was using them as a measuring stick against myself when I hadn't done the work to build my own confidence yet. When we branched out into our new open marriage, Dan already had all the confidence in the world. I had to still go out and find it. So it's actually a bit shocking, even as I think back, that I wasn't jealous of the other women he was with at all. Even when I used them as a marker, I knew that it was something within me and that I could change that within me and the feeling would be gone. So for me, if my partner wasn't doing anything to trigger, insecure emotions and feelings, I was on easy street. He put me on easy street. I never had those feelings, which was insane because I was so insecure. It was almost baffling that I would even open my marriage. So your partner matters in everything, but in marriage, in being open, in exploring your life, it absolutely matters. Like, I was in a position where with every other partner, I would have not done it. It would have been an all-out drag down fight. And in this, I was in this safe, calm arena where I could explore. And not only could I do that, but I wasn't worried that my husband was going to leave me, and I didn't have a husband that was becoming overly clingy and needy, worried in jealousy that, somebody was going to steal me away. So right from the beginning, even with the little bits of, unsure and insecurities, we dealt with those immediately. We didn't let anything build at all. So it's funny, everybody wants the same question. Do you get jealous when he has sex with another woman? No. I'm actually quite excited for him. I hope he has an amazing experience with an incredible woman. I don't have those feelings. I truly don't. And I don't remember even having them at the beginning. Maybe a little bit of they get his time, but I can have all the time I want anyway. What about you? If I don't do anything here. So when I travel, I'm out and about. What do you think? Does it make you jealous if I'm out and about having sex?
Yeah, because I kind of want to do that too.
Okay, that's fair. But then would it be safe to say that maybe it's like you're not jealous of the person?
No.
Right?
No.
No. Okay, fair. But it'd be cool if you could just go more.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I would absolutely help you do that more.
All right.
Absolutely. Without question, I would absolutely do that. Okay, we have one more. So, what was the hardest thing to get over when you first decided to be open? Was it difficult knowing your spouse was with someone else? So for myself, it wasn't knowing that he was going to be with somebody else. I'd already said that. The hardest part for me at the beginning was I was still afraid of what everyone was going to think about me, think about us. How would it affect my children? The hardest part for me was stepping into my truth and hoping beyond any reason or anything I'd ever known that people would still love and accept me. And that was really hard. Putting myself out there without much confidence to try and find who I am, to reclaim my sex wasn't easy. That was easily the hardest part about opening my marriage, was knowing that everything that people thought about me would change for better or for worse. But I just had to let go and decide. So I did. What about you, babe?
You know what? Probably at the beginning, just how easy it was for you. It's kind of, it wasn't just, it was more annoying and frustrating.
That's fair. So the heart, okay, I got to dive in head first
Yeah.
and just kind of like, whereas you had to
Figure it out. And
figure it out.
yeah, that just took a bit of time, but
That's fair. Does it help that most men struggle with online dating?
well,
Okay, wait. Now that we've covered jealousy, would you be open to coming back and talking about online dating, your experiences, and how we worked through all that together?
yeah.
Awesome.
I would do that.
You do that?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Thanks.